Hello YouTube. Hourglass Eyes only uploads shorts from now on here. um, Uploading a full-length video on the orca trainer. I feel like I've had this thing for long enough to really talk about it, so let's see. I'm outside, here's my car. Oh look, you can almost see my reflection in it. Actually, you can see my reflection. That's good. My car needs a bath. It's all dirty. So the orca trainer, I've got the jade one. So the handles are like semi-transparent. It's really good look. This thing has a pretty good sound. I would put the sound as a pro. Other pros would be durability. I mean, I've dropped it a few times and it's held up for an all G10 handle bally. It's very light. It's light, I want to say, about the same as a Nautilus. But it's a little thicker than a Nautilus. A little grippier too. I'm having a hard time flipping all of a sudden. It's got this little bite indicator. So this little like teeth, they don't feel super good. So when you do on what would be the bite handle, it does hurt a little bit. Just to kind of let you know that you've done it on the wrong handle. But as you can see just there, that it doesn't really impede flipping. If you happen to like try to do a chaplain on that side, you can do chaplains on that side. It's just not comfortable. Wouldn't recommend. Oh man, I'm having a hard time doing that palm fan I usually do. There we go. Let's see. Aerials, it does fairly well. In fact, I'm quite comfortable doing aerials on this. That horizontal didn't go so well. Let's try that again. See? Let's see. That's one thing I find it a little more difficult to do, the Z choker. And it might just be because of how light it is. Yep. So we might as well discuss the elephant in the room. It does have tap. You know, it has tap on one handle. See, no tap on that one. But yes, tap on that. So, I don't know. I could probably tune it, but with this thing kind of being like my trainer beater, I don't really mind that much. It's not that much of a game changer for me. Enjoying of the flipping here. So it does flip very well. I would say it's probably one of the better flipping all G10 handle ballies I've ever flipped. Oh, see, I can't I can't Z-choker with this for some reason. Oh, there we go. So a major con with this, let me start with those. Let me get into that. Let's start on the cons. So con numero uno con is, yeah, it's light. So even though I like lighter ballies, this is a little too light. In fact, when I get comfortable flipping this, suddenly my Alpha Beast feels like it weighs 1,000,000 pounds, and my Alpha Beast is actually very light. So that is a bit of a con, if you can understand. Oh, that was a terrible aerial. Let's try one of those again. No, I don't think I can do that with this. Oh well. Whoop. Dropsies. It does take drops pretty well. You might be able to tell since I've dropped it a few times. Of course, I am dropping it in the grass, but, you know, it is G10, so if you drop it on something harder like concrete and it gets a little marred up, you can just take some really high grit sandpaper and sand it back to smooth. And I mean really, really high grit. It's got to be. Thank you, plane. Now that that plane is gone. So, ooh, I don't know. It is light, so keep that in mind. If you have heavier ballies, this will feel like it weighs nothing. And then once you've gotten used to it feeling like it weighs nothing, suddenly those heavy ballies are going to feel like they weigh even more than they do. And that's just an unfortunate side effect of it being so light. That being said, with it being so light, it is fairly relaxing to flip. You don't need a lot of force to do tricks. It just kind of goes where you ask it to without much fuss. Let's try a reverse shortstop. Haven't done one with this at all. Ooh, yeah, see, it's a little light for that. Yeah, the handle doesn't really swing right. There we go. I have to really catch it with my thumb. No. So that is a con there too. Is like the lighter handles sometimes make certain tricks difficult. For me, I'm struggling with Z chokers, just with how light it is. And I struggle with that reverse shortstop and the regular shortstop too. Just jumps out of my hand. Yep. Let's try a regular one. Yeah. It's a little difficult to do. There we go. So, enough of the drop fest. Do I like this thing? Of course I like it. I like almost every JK Bally that I've ever flipped, but do I think it's worth the money? Maybe. I guess whatever you have already for Bally's will determine whether this is worth it or not for you. You know, if you have a lot of Bally's and you're willing to spend money on it, then yeah, it might be a fun little thing to have and play around with. It flips really good. It's I think it looks pretty good. The trainer blade is titanium, so you can anodize that. So that'd be really cool. I think I want to anodize mine purple, but So I realize for a lot of my viewers, the, what, $430 this thing costs is pretty unreachable, considering that that same amount of money, there's a lot of other things you could get. Like, you could get a really nice Alpha Beast. For less than that, you could get a Replicant, and everybody loves the Replicant. So why wouldn't you get a Replicant? There's... Oh, that's my shadow. There's things like the HOM products. I think the Chimera. The Chimera is about around that price point. The Basilisk is around that price point. I don't know if they're still available, but the Rhapsody I know is cheaper than that. I mean, hell, a lot of things are cheaper than $430 for a all G10 handle trainer. So, overpriced? Maybe. I guess it's overpriced if you have a hard time affording $430. I guess it's still overpriced, I guess, but you'd be probably more willing to spend the money if you're used to spending the money on, like, Bally's that are $1,000, so I'm not really sure who this is geared towards. Probably just people like me who really like JK design stuff. So yeah, I really like it. Would I recommend you go out and get one? If it's available for cheap, then yeah, go ahead and get one. It's a good trainer. So, if anything, if you need a really good trainer, or if you can only have trainers, then this is a pretty top tier trainer. I would say this is in the super high echelon when it comes to trainers. Plus, you could also probably take this on an airplane. I don't really see there being much of a problem. All the handle is plastic, or, well, G10. So you just got the weights, and then the trainer blade, which I think if you showed TSA, I think they would be fine, because it's not sharp, it's pretty rounded. It's obviously got holes in it. I don't think they would really care. So, before this video gets any longer, in conclusion, I do really like this thing. I don't think it's exactly worth its price point, but I don't exactly feel that way about a lot of the Bally songs on the market these days. I feel like there's a huge markup on everything because of, like, R&D, right? So because Julian designed this from the ground up, he's charging more for it and stuff like that, and more so than what the cost of titanium NG10 is. So there's a huge markup in that. And I mean, in this economy, that is warranted, There is a cost to be paid for the hard work and dedication that goes into making a product. And which is exactly what makes clones so cheap, is they didn't make it, they didn't design it, they stole it, so they can afford to manufacture for cheaper. They didn't have to go through all the tooling and all that designing and stuff. So yeah, if you're dead set on getting one, I'd say go ahead and get one. You're not going to be disappointed. It's a very good Bally. Looks really good, sounds really good, feels really good, flips really good. It does everything really good. It doesn't really do anything bad except for a select few tricks, which you can get used to, like the Z choker. I just struggle to do it because I'm used to doing it on my Alpha Beast. But it does everything else I want it to do fairly easily. So yeah. I also see we are very close to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. I never once in my life thought I would make it that far. So it's kind of mind-blowing to me to see how close I am to 1,000. So if we can just push it to 1,000, that would be amazing. I will try to do a nice giveaway at 1,000. What happened there? We just had the giveaway not that long ago for the BB Barfly V2, the OG V2. So maybe I can work together with Shop Sew It and Damn Right I Got Knives and see if I can't get you guys something really cool for a giveaway. I would like to give away a replicant if at all possible, since I know that that's like everyone's grail, or just about everyone's grail. You all voted on that in that poll, and now I don't know if you voted on the replicant for the replicant or for that naughty patch that was with it. So all you people out there. But a majority of you liked the replicant over the Alpha Beast and over everything else, really. So maybe I'll give away a replicant. If we can get to 1,000, we'll see what happens at 1,000. And there may be 1,000 subscriber giveaway of a replicant. You know, I had talked about it in the past, and I think I'm going to go through with it. So if you liked today's video, please consider subscribing. Leaving a comment helps too, lets me know what you guys think. If you guys like the shorts more, I can do more shorts. With everything I got going on, the plans to move to Japan, it's become more difficult to get uploads going daily, so please bear with me during this transitional period between living here and moving to there. Okinawa is a great deal away from where I currently live, so there's a lot that needs to go into a move like that, and that takes precedence over uploading videos, I'm afraid to say. But when I get out there, rest assured there'll be tons of videos for when I get out there. So thank you all for watching. I hope to see you in the next video. Peace.